Hi, today I want to talk about a very interesting topic. In the new version and the latest version of Android's constraint layout, which is currently beta 3 of version 2, you will see that there's a new view. Probably it has been around for several latest releases starting with version 2. However, this new view is called ImageFilterView, and what is nice about that is that it allows you to manipulate images and add beautiful filters just by adding that view, just like any other view that you normally use in Android layouts, and then apply many different built-in filters and effects that you want to your image. For example, I have first let me tell you how you should get started. First of all, you have to make sure that you are using the latest version of Constraint Layout, and at least you are using Constraint Layout version 2 alpha 1. But currently the latest version that is available for developers is Constraint Layout 2 beta 3. You can see that here in my build.gradle file in the app module. As you can see, I have changed my constraint layout version to 2.00 beta 3. However, by default you will see that when you create a new project in Android Studio, your version is 1.1.3, I guess. So you should change this first of all, sync your project, and then you will be able to add a new to your layout called ImageFilterView. The complete address to that is androidx.constraintlayout.utils.widget.imagefilterview. Once you add this ImageFilterView to your layout, you will be able to use that as a normal image view, however with extended capabilities and advanced features. First, let me talk about its normal features that make it similar to an image view. So we have Android SRC, which shows this is just getting an image source like any other image view. So I have used Mars robot, which is an image that I have in my directory. That's here. You'll see that that's this image, and then you can scale type by specifying the scale type, which I have set center crop, and allows me to have the image cover the whole space available in the layout. Here it covers the whole screen of my layout. So the constraints are also applying here. Constraint button, left, right, and top, they are all working here just like any other view inside the constraint layout. And then we have new things, we have advanced features, we have much better things. What are these? We have an attribute called altSrc, which allows you to specify an alternative image resource, which will allow you to crossfade between the two images later on. For example, I have specified an image that I have, girl beach. There's a beautiful lady, there's a back view of a beautiful lady at alongside a sea beach, and this lady's image is a separate image, but I have specified it as an alternative source for my image filter view. This allows me to later on apply a crossfade effect and merge the two images together. First of all, let's see the image separately, individually. Girl beach, that's the original image, alright? And early on I also showed you the robot image on Mars. Now I'm going to merge them together by using an attribute called crossfade. Isn't it nice? Normally in Android, as far as I'm concerned and I remember, you have to traditionally you do this kind of stuff via image filters, via some advanced coding that deals with graphic APIs and image APIs that are available in Android. However, using this view is a new approach, and it makes your life as a developer much easier. So all you need to do is to add an image filter view to your layout, and then apply filters and effects that you want. One of them is crossfade, one of them is contrast. So I have crossfaded by 40%, which is written as 0.4. It's a float property. And there's contrast, which I have specified 2.0, which means 200. So if I put in 1.0, it will be about the normal one, the normal contrast, or 100%. So note that these are both float properties. If you want to see the type of these properties, all you have to do on PC, you can simply press Ctrl and Q, and it will show you that. It shows float. Let's move on to other effects and other filters that are available for this view. To check them out, I'm going to let Android help me by typing app : and then wait for auto suggestions. I have brightness. In addition to contrast, I have brightness. Let's use it. For brightness, this is also float, as you can see. I'm going to use 150%, so I type 1.5. We should see some change here. Brightness, let's make it 200%. Let's make it 500%. I don't see some considerable change here. Probably it has to run the app. This attribute probably has to run the app to show itself. Okay. Next filter is app : come on. Chain use RTL. No, I think these are related to constraint layout mostly. We are mostly concerned about image related stuff and filter related stuff, graphical stuff. Show me that. Overlay. Yes, we have overlay. This overlay shows just like that. Shows an image filter. The two images will be overlaid. I'm not really sure what this does, so let's give it a try. True. This is a Boolean property. Seems like crossfade and overlay are very similar. So what I'm going to do is to remove crossfade for now and use overlay. Not any change for now. By overlay, no. So I'm not sure how to use the overlay. Probably it will show itself better if you use different size and dimensions for the images. In that case, probably it will show itself better. For example, if one of the images is 500 pixels wide and the other image is 300 pixels wide, and when you're using overlay and setting it to true, probably the two images will be overlaid, and one that is smaller will be overlaid on the one that is larger in width. So we have overlay, we have, let's check out from the bottom, warmth, tint, saturation. We have saturation. Saturation is also a float. So for its value, let's use, first of all, 150%. Yes, as you can see, there's a noticeable change here. Let's make it even 200% to make it even like more discernible. Yes, nice, isn't it? I love it. And also I'm going to enter presentation mode to show that to you much better. View, appearance, enter presentation mode. Now the font and the image will look better. I hope you have a better view right now, because everything is now larger on my screen. Okay, other stuff, we have a beautiful property that I just saw, and it is round. The image will probably be round now. Come on. What kind of property is that? What's the type? Dimension. It's dimension. So we specify a dimension. We specify the amount of roundness that you want. Probably you are going to specify the diameter of a circle that will be the area to show the visible parts of the image. So I'm going to type, for example, let's make it 300 depth. Yeah, beautiful. That's awesome. I love it. And let's make it even smaller, 200 depth. Wow, wow. Let's make it bigger. Let's see what happens. Why it is constant every time? 500 depth doesn't make a difference. What about 50 depth? Every time, probably it's just the default. It doesn't go beyond this point, the top. It doesn't go beyond probably 20% of the height and 50% of the width. So probably we have other option to set in order to customize this. For example, to cut a smaller portion of the image and make it round. And to do that, let's first make it 300 depth. I suspect there's another attribute that helps us to do this and achieve this, and that is round percent. Let's make the round percent, for example, 50. Do we have a change? Let's make this, remove this. I commented that out. Let's remove that. No, round percent doesn't work by itself without using the round attribute. We have round percent, so round percent, 50%. How about 20%? Let's check out the documentation, Control Q. Unfortunately, it doesn't say a lot about this, only the type is specified. So leave it for now. Next, attributes. So basically, you learned that we have round, and by specifying round and giving it a dimension, you are just having a semicircular overlay on the image that through which the image will be visible, and beyond that the image will not be visible. So we have app, whatever else we have tint, we have layout description. These are familiar and common with other layouts and other views that we have seen so far. Flow. I think the flow one is also something that has more to do with constraint layout. I don't exactly know what this flow does. I should check out the documentation, but with regard to filters and image manipulation, we have discussed the most common, and there's a tint. Tint is also something related to images, so I guess that's not specifically tailored for image filter view. However, we're gonna use it. Let's use it for for the tint of our image. This is going to be a color. Let's use color accent. Let's see what this has for us. Nothing, no change. Let's other warmth. How about warmth? What is this? I guess this is something, a percentage. So let's use 200%. Make it warmer, yes. So it fills it more with the color, something like saturation, but somehow different. It fills with warm colors. It searches your image for warm waters, for warm colors, sorry, like red, yellow, and then gives it more strength, makes it essentially warmer in common dialogue. So after this, what else we have that this new awesome view gives us in the utils package of ConstraintLayout? What else we have? I think that's it. We have discussed most of them, and the flow ones are mostly ConstraintLayout related. However, we can check out the documentation for that as well. Flow, let's check one of them. Flow first horizontal bias, flow last horizontal bias, flow horizontal style, packed, yes, flow horizontal, let's make it packed. See if we have any change. No, we don't have. Flow, again another one, horizontal align, start, no, still we have no apparent change. Probably that's something that becomes realized and shows itself in special occasions. For example, when you have a special set of constraints and constraint set. Currently we have just an image that has covered the whole layout, but if we had an image that was let's say constrained to the left and to the top, it would probably be changed in its appearance by applying and using these flow attributes. So that's it for image filter view. I hope that you liked this video. If there's anything